Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, February 1 show that Dan Falconeri informed Laura Collins that he had located the injured ship captain, and that based on a picture, he had recognized Esme Prince, Avery Pohl, as his assailant. Laura claimed that even if there was no indication of Esme or Spencer Cassadine in the water yet, it didn't mean they couldn't have survived. In the meantime, Trina Robinson took Curtis Ashford's hand in the stateroom, and Portia Robinson gave her a hug. Trina provided an account of the events that transpired, narrating the syringe fight and how Spencer rescued her from Esme's injection. Laura showed there and encouraged Trina to follow her instincts when she mentioned that she had a gut feeling that Spencer was still alive. Trina informed Laura of Esme's scheme to retrieve Ace Cassadine before to dawn his return, bearing some unfavorable information. Since Esme and Spencer had vanished 24 hours earlier, the search and rescue campaign had evolved into a recovery operation. Trina yelled that Spencer was alive and fled the room in tears when Dante stated that he was thought to be dead. Trina didn't know how to let Spencer go, so Portia after her and tried to console her on the deck. Trina asked Spencer how she was expected to say farewell once she was left alone once more and turned to face the river. When Laura was back with Curtis, she sobbed and told him that she couldn't fathom living in a world without Spencer. Trina spent a little longer to reflect on the past on her own, but Laura caught up with her to comfort her as well. Tears flowing down her cheeks, Trina resolved that this was not the end and hoped that she would somehow get to see Spencer again. Spencer's turtle dove washed up on the coast somewhere else. After the stateroom, there was discussion over the prolonged search and the presumption that, should the remains not be discovered after 48 hours, they were washed up in the channel. Curtis didn't know if it would be better or worse if Spencer's body turned up. Curtis knew Trina would want to visit Spencer once he was well, and he detested the thought of her going through that. But Trina wouldn't give up without proof. Although Portia said that she had earlier wanted Spencer to leave Trina's life, she sobbed because she didn't want things to turn out this way. The whole thing seemed a bit gaudy and corny because Lois Cerullo had told Brooke Lynn Quartermaine and Harrison Chase back in Port Charles about her elaborate plans for a traditional Bensonhurst wedding. Tracy Quartermaine pretended to support Lois' vision after recalling Gregory Chase's admonition to put an end to all of the little arguments. Tracy eventually revised her consent and pushed for a far more elegant formal Quartermaine wedding in Port Charles after Brooke Lynn and Chase secretly acknowledged they were expecting Tracy to say no. Tracy and Lois did, however, come to an agreement on a rehearsal dinner at Coney Island that included a time travel for the guests. Brooke Lynn pretended that having her loved ones present to celebrate was more important than anything, while Gregory taunted Tracy about taking her on a ride known as the Slingshot. While Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, was anxious to release her first issue at Crimson with her name on it, Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, presented her as an enormous success. Drew had a private conversation with Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, who then announced his resignation from Aurora. Drew's decision to make the change at Crimson without alerting Michael infuriated him, and the two continued to argue about the SEC informant secret. Ultimately, Drew accepted that Nina was mostly to blame and wanted Michael to continue working for him with a few new guidelines. Drew said he wanted to trust Michael once more, but he acknowledged that his vendetta against Nina was far from over. Until Nina was as destitute, lonely, and hollow as she deserved to be, Drew wanted to make sure she kept losing. Michael declined to take part in Drew's personal attack because he couldn't take the chance of upsetting Willow Corinthos even more. Drew tore up the resignation letter since he admired Michael's decision and the openness he provided. He also anticipated seeing Michael at his desk first thing the next morning. Willow took the guitar Jocelyn Jacks had left for Adam Wright to GH. Before they joined Adam in his room, where his father was attempting to get rid of Joss and threatening to call security, Jocelyn spoke with Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner. Before Adam spoke with Felicia alone about his future, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, interrupted and stood up for Jocelyn. Adam defied his father's wishes to transfer to a different school and stayed at PCU after getting dressed and thanking Jocelyn for saving his life. Adam's father was very clear that he wouldn't pay for it, but Felicia made a suggestion that Adam might be recruited by the music program. Adam gave his dad his phone number and said they could chat later after pointing out that he could obtain a job and support himself. For being himself at last, Jocelyn hugged Adam, and they had a precious moment. According to General Hospital teasers, Jocelyn will soon focus on the Spencer situation, so stay tuned. For thrilling General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates, CDL is the place to be. Check back often for more GH information. According to General Hospital teasers, Esme Prince's tenure on the show came to an end on January 31 when she went too far with Spencer Cassadine. That concludes Esme's story, as a representative for the show confirmed Avery Pohl's departure to SOD. The journey has been arduous since Pohl debuted as Esme in August of 2021. As the resident bad girl of the younger set, Esme immediately made her mark. When her biological parents were discovered, things became even more dark. Esme Prince undoubtedly had evil blood in her veins because she is the daughter of the crazy Heather Weber, Allie Mills, and the devilish Ryan Chamberlain, John Lindstrom. Of course, by giving Esme amnesia and allowing her to pretend to be Ace Cassadine's devoted mother, the program finally made a pathetic attempt at atonement. But it was only a matter of time until Esme's memories came flooding back, revealing her true self. When it came to Esme Prince's exit, she really made a splash. Esme has already been assumed dead in the icy waters she fell into. But is there any chance she will come back later? Although there is no concrete proof of her death in the absence of a body, time will tell. Furthermore, we know Spencer lived because Nicholas Alexander Chavez is scheduled to return after wrapping up production on his upcoming Netflix series. There's a chance that Esme will eventually reappear alive because of that, but Avery Pohl's leaving arc has been confirmed. Speaking with SOD, Tabiana Ali described Pohl's emotional last day on set, which was filled with many gifts, roses, and heartfelt hugs. Ali detested the fact that she wouldn't be able to see Pohl at work anymore, even if she still lives close by and sees her frequently. It's comforting to know that despite Trina and Esme's intense animosity, Ali and Pohl grew close behind closed doors. Stay back for updates on Heather's response to her daughter's destiny, as General Hospital spoilers indicate that she will soon receive some bad Esme news. Be sure to turn to CDL as your go-to source for the latest General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.